take a listen to Jake Trotter, Browns beat reporter for ESPN. This is on ESPN Cleveland this morning, talking about the relationship between Deshaun Watson and Kevin Stefanski.
You can tell that Deshaun really believes in Kevin, and I think that's a big storyline to follow these first 3, 4, 5 games. Like, how does that look? Like, is Kevin getting the best out of Deshaun? Does Deshaun look like his 2020, 2019 self because of some of the plays that in positions that Kevin's putting him in? So that was kind of like something that I think stood out for me. So yeah, it was. I mean, it's just you can't compare anything to last year. It was a total circus last year.
With that, let's welcome in G. Bush from 92.3 The Fans, The Barbershop, as well as the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. And G. Bush, when we talked, that's one of the things that I wanted to hear, that Stefanski and Deshaun Watson are kind of joined at the hip and believe in each other, because that's the type of quarterback-head coach relationship we haven't necessarily had, and you need that if you're going to be a successful team.
Yeah, this is going to be the first year we actually see one of those relationships. You know, I've always been jealous of at afar looking at other quarterbacks and how those quarterbacks and their head coach or the play callers talk about one another. They talk about getting on the same page, going over the call sheet to figure out what plays they like to run better. I like a collaborative effort. I think that's the best way to do it. And it also shows you that you have a quarterback that can accept those challenges and take it mentally as well as physically deliver with the way it needs to be delivered once they draw it up. So for me, I've always said that I wanted both of those guys to have skin in the game. Yes, Coach Stefanski is going to be calling up play calls, but Deshaun Watson has to approve those. And by any means, if Deshaun doesn't like those plays, he should be vocal enough to say, look, I'm not comfortable running that. I think we should run this, and they should have a collaborative effort. You watch the way Andy Reid and you watch the way Patrick Mahomes deal with one another, and they talk about what they like, what they don't like. They have supreme confidence in one another. And so when you got confidence that you got a guy that that is coming up with the plays, and you guys are confident that you put the game plan in together. So at the end of the game, when they get out there and if it doesn't go well or it doesn't, hit the way it's supposed to, both guys can come out and say, look, that's on us or that's on me. And they can take that blame, because guess what? They both sat there. They both picked the plays. They both thought that was a game plan that was going to work. And if it doesn't, they had to just take responsibility for it. And that's what it comes with the territory when you do have a franchise quarterback. No more is it just, hey, get it to the line of scrimmage and run the play we gave you. Baker wasn't allowed to do that. And there's a lot of quarterbacks, younger quarterbacks and quarterbacks that are just journeymen. Those guys don't have an opportunity to get up there and have the command of the entire playbook. So I'm excited for the first time to see a quarterback with that type of autonomy. And we haven't really seen it since Bernie Kosar, who was one of the guys back in the 80s calling his own plays, run, pass, and everything else at the line of scrimmage. So I'm excited to see what the new evolution in the offense is.
Yeah, I'm with you. And the thing that, in my mind, the X's and O's that Kevin Stefanski draws up, they're good. But it has to be through the eyes of the guy that is expected to execute it. And that's kind of what you're saying.